What's up, everybody? Yes, the King Twiz coming at ya, and welcome back to another reaction video to your new music videos. Now, today I'm extremely excited to do a reaction video to this music video. It is Eminem. I absolutely love Eminem, and one main thing is just because he's a Michigan guy. Just like me. I've always loved Eminem stuff way back in the day, like I'm that old, but way back when I first ever listened to him was about 2000, 2001. So I was like 11 years old, something like that. And every album that he put out just after I've came across him, I just absolutely loved. The first album that I listened to was Marshall Mathers. So it's awesome to see, just like from the get-go, when you first listen to him, like his first few albums or whatever, and just like along the way up to now with his new album that came out, Revival, on December 15th, I believe, 5 days before my birthday. But just seeing like his style and his flow, just the way that it just changes and adapts like over time. You know, nowadays he's really about just like that. Well, he's always been about, I guess, the little technical rhymes and just being able to do like crazy ass wordplay with words that you wouldn't even put together with rhymes. You know, they're not perfect rhymes like stare, chair. And I absolutely love that about him. He just can create things that you wouldn't even think of creating. Definitely in this music video, it's a big thing with it, you know what I mean? And of course, this isn't gonna be like a really poppy and funny or funky, groovy type of song. It's a bit more serious, And one thing that absolutely stood out to me is the fact that Beyonce is featured in it. And I think that is freaking awesome. Like two big names right there coming together, collabing, and I don't believe that they have like done a song in the past together. So I mean, it's always been Rihanna and like Skylar Grey doing stuff, like he's done things with Pink, or maybe one song with Pink, I believe, but I don't think I've ever heard a track with him and Beyonce. Obviously there's a song with him and Jay-Z, Renegade, just way back in the day though. So I think that's extremely freaking awesome that these two big names came together, collabed, and created something like this. A very serious and deep song. And I can't wait to dive into it. And so I'm not gonna waste any time because I don't believe there's anything much more to say about this, you know? So let's get into it, shall we? Just already, just like the seriousness, like starting off with that beam of light, you know, I guess you could interpret that as it's like from the heavens, like God, or already just beautiful. Beyonce just,
Is it the bar I set, my arms I stretch, but I can't reach?
Now, Eminem definitely is one of those guys where they keep on freaking, like, setting the bar up high, and he has to keep outdoing himself, like, every freaking time. So I can imagine that'd be pretty freaking stressful for him. I walk on water. Honestly, I think that, like, what you could take away from that is kind of like the song like Rap God. Is obviously the level that Eminem is at and how popular and big that he got. It's like people worship him in a way, you know, almost look at him like a god of hip hop. So it's like he's saying that he's a god, but obviously he's an average man, just like any other person.
I'm not God sent. Nas, Rakim, Pac, Big, James, Todd Smith, and I'm not Prince.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Definitely a pretty deep song. Oh, that's badass. Having all the people right there, like, singing the words of the song while they're out in the crowd and just those snapshots of just everybody else. And I feel like the typewriter is just like he's always writing. And he makes that clear in interviews all the time. He's always writing, constantly in the studio. Even if he doesn't put out an album in like a year or 2 years, he's always writing stuff. He's always pushing himself to the limits. So I feel like the typewriter is always, like, he's always just trying to push those ideas out, always trying to be on that writing grind, if you will.
The Speed'em verse.
Speed 'em. That was really awesome. If you don't know that, Tech 9 featuring Eminem, Speed 'em.
But the only one who's looking down on me that matters now's Deshaun.
And I hope everybody knows who Deshaun is. That's Proof from D12, his best friend, his brother. I know it's crazy. The house that was in the cover of Marshall Mathers and Marshall Mathers 2 is burned down. It's gone. And it's funny that he compares himself to that, like as if he's washed up and no longer that popular, because I believe it's the opposite. Eminem is still freaking way up there, you know what I mean? You did, man. You did make a tightrope out of twine. Holy shit! Oh, dude, that is so creepy. That's so eerie right there, to look down and be like, ah! It's funny, in the background, you keep hearing, like, either the typewriter and, like, moving it over, Or like him taking it, crumbling it up and throwing it out because he feels like it's garbage, like it's not good enough. I'm curious about that statue. Like, what does that statue symbolize? That, like, is that people do look at him like a god? You know what I mean? Like that ideology of worshiping him with a freaking statue.
So
What?
You are not a like bitch. I wrote Stan.
Damn. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. He wrote Stan. He wrote Stan. Well, it's crazy how he ended it right there, you know, because it's such like a serious song, and it's a beautiful song, and it's so serious and just has a deep meaning to it, you know. And then right at the end, he kind of just like jumps back from that and just says like, "Bitch, I wrote Stan. What'd you do?" And speaking of Stan, that just like reminds me of just like, oh, just so many memories of just, I don't know, just so many different things, so many different songs, so many different memories. And even like that song at the beginning of Marshall Mathers too. And I don't even remember of what it was. Bad Guy? I think it was Bad Guy. I'm not sure. But it was such a long song too. When I seen the duration of that song, when I first like got that album, I was just like, holy crap, because I believe it's like 7 minutes plus. But that too, because it's like he just starts messing with that whole idea of like Stan and just the stories that he was telling in the song Stan, and he just like twists it up, like how he has like a slim in the trunk and all that. And oh my god, it was just such a crazy idea of a song. Like, damn, he has such wild ideas with the type of songs that he puts out there. You know, it's not always just like controversial or always just like hi, my name is type of funky little goofy stuff. But yeah, man, that was it. Walk on Water. That was a beautiful song. I loved it. Beyonce's part in it, that was just awesome. Just like what she did with the chorus. And also, I don't know if you guys caught it, but just there was only just some times when you would hear kind of like the kick in there, creating that beat, that pulse. And majority of the time, like in his verses, it was only the pulse of the piano. And so like that right there, I thought was just definitely brought the song to another level. You know, not just your average freaking kick and snare. Like they relied on that. And I think that was just totally awesome. Obviously, like there's other rappers out there that do that don't have like a drum line in the back. They just like they rely on the pulse of a piano or just something else that's creating that pulse. But I mean, obviously, a guy like Eminem, a freaking beast on the microphone who pretty much can probably do anything when it comes to hip-hop music. And right there he shows. It's like, boom, like I don't even need to have a beat in the background. All I need is a pulse. And honestly, I don't even need a pulse. I'll do a cappella. I'll freestyle. And he'll freestyle his heart out. And I can't believe that there is a human being like that can freestyle like that. Because if I try to freestyle, it's always just like you just have to have so much just knowledge or whatever, just so much stuff in the back of your cranium just ready to come out, and like it's just so random, you know what I mean? Because it's almost like you're relying on the rhyme, but then again you want it to make sense. And obviously there's a lot of guys that freestyle that just they don't give a shit about making sense. They just be like, yeah, I buttered that bread, yeah, your girl gave me head, yeah, you dead, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like when you actually can just beast it out, stay on flow, chop it up even, have awesome wordplay. It just, did I say make sense already? Yeah, it's awesome. This music video was the shit. I'm not gonna lie. Even though it was deep and it wasn't something that just like gets you all happy and, well, I guess it kind of still makes it get happy, but I think this song was freaking awesome. The music video was done beautifully. And I mean, you could dissect this thing all day, you know, because you're sitting there like anybody that watches the music video, they're definitely looking at the papers, what he's trying to type. And most of the time you see it and it's just a bunch of jumbled shit. Like it's not anything really to even whatever. But there is times when you pick up words or whatever and you could dissect it and try to pull some shit out of it. You know what I mean? I remember seeing another video. I didn't watch the video, but just in the thumbnail where they pointed out like at a time when it showed like kind of like over the shoulder shot of him typing, and the title of the page, it said like, I am God, I walk on water, you know, pulling shit out like that. And I mean, yeah, but I mean, I'm not dissecting the music video that much, more or less my reaction to the entirety of it. And so that was pretty sweet. That was pretty sweet. And it's so crazy because just like with like any other celebrity that people absolutely love, like people do look up to him, like kind of worship him. I mean, I really enjoy his music. So I mean, like to that point, it's just like, hell yeah. But I mean, as a god or anything like that, like, no, like I don't see it like that. But obviously there's people out there that worship the hell out of him and other celebrities too. And so his response to this is just like, I am just an average man, you know? It could have been just like that I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in. You know, he has a remarkable story, obviously, and I'm sure everybody knows it. But just like a quick recap, you know, he was just basically like a very poor person living in Detroit, married to Kim, or I don't even know if they were married yet, but obviously like he had Haley, his daughter, who is crazy because Haley, like when you first like see her or hear her in like the song, My Dad's Gone Crazy. She's a little kid, but now she's like what, in MSU or something like that. So holy shit, where did time go? But he had Haley before he even blew up. And like just that show, like he lost the fucking competition, the show that was over in California or whatever. And it just so happened that there was somebody there that wanted one of his demos, and he was all like pissy, like whatever, but like, oh, whatever, here, take the shit. And then little did he know that it would come back and totally just like set him up. And it's just a remarkable story because like it seems like anything that Dr. Dre touches turns to gold. And it could have been just like that. If that dude wouldn't have came up to Eminem and asked like, hey, can I get an album or a demo, we wouldn't have Eminem. And I feel like Eminem's a national treasure. I mean, holy shit, he's freaking awesome. And just like the talent that he has inside, like he's not just milking like his fame and the money that he has gotten just from what he's done. Like, no, he has a remarkable talent inside him. And it's just freaking awesome. It's freaking awesome. He is one of my favorite artists, without a doubt. One of my favorite freaking artists. And honestly, one of the first people that I really came across back when I was a little kid, you know, finally when I kind of got into listening to the music that I wanted to listen to instead of what everybody else was listening to around me. He was one of the first. And like, I just like obviously stuck with him like up until now, even just forever. I mean, it's just weird to think about in the future when it's going to be like 30 years down the line and we see Eminem and he's just like an old man. You know what I mean? It's weird to me because I'm still young myself. I'm only 26, so it's just weird to fucking think about. But there you go, man. Eminem, Walk on Water. That was beautiful. I can't believe I don't even have the album. It dropped 5 days before my birthday. I mean, it was freaking like a month ago that it dropped, and I still don't have that yet. So I'm going to be going to get that. You better be going to get that, because you know you love it. People that hate on Eminem, why? There's no reason to hate on him. He's a badass, dude. He's freaking badass. So I'm going to end the video right here. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for watching this video. And I'll see ya. Peace.